Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to today's abs and core workout from home. No equipment needed for this one. We're going to shortly get into a little warm-up routine to get some of the inner unit muscles fired up, and then we'll move on to a 12 exercise circuit which we'll do twice through. If you haven't seen these videos before, watch what I do, and then when you're ready, join in. We're going to just start off with a little walkout on the knees. So if you get into this position, so we've got the hands under the shoulders, knees under hips, and then we're going to walk the hands out and keeping the abs tight, hold at the end and then walk back. So nice and easy. When you get to that end point, you can hold longer and you dictate how far you take the movement. So the further you go, the harder it becomes. So this will be an exercise that we progress on a little bit later on in the main circuit. We'll do the full version when we get to it, which will be on the toes. But this is always an option you can come back to if and when you need it. We'll just do the last couple of reps, keeping the abs tight. So we want to tuck the pelvis underneath so we've got tension there. Okay, good. Come back to the start point. This is one we normally do in the warm-up. So we're going from here to extend one arm, opposite leg, hold for about 10 seconds, trying to keep the shoulders and the hips square to the floor, draw the belly button in, and then change after 10 seconds. Hand under shoulder, knee under hip, trying to keep the torso nice and still. We can progress it on by moving the knees back slightly, so we come into a 3/4 press up position. And then you do the same there. Extend the arm, opposite leg. Again, just try and be aware of shoulders and hips. Keeping the belly button drawn in if you can. So when we draw the belly button in, we activate the transverse abdominis, which is one of those deeper core muscles, one of the inner unit muscles. We'll just do another 20 seconds on this one. Belly button in tight the whole time. Last 10 seconds. Just last 5. Okay, good. Right, spin around on your back. Let's go one hand underneath, so it fits into the curve of your spine. The other hand on your belly button. Draw the belly button in, hold it there, and then we'll work for a minute. I'll start the clock now. So we can just hold this position. Belly button in, pressure down on the hand underneath, or you can start to move the legs. So you can do it with one foot down, alternate legs, or you can go both feet up. But remember, the objective with this one is to keep the belly button in. So we're keeping the transverse abdominis, the TVA, contracted. So it's more about the brain connecting to those inner unit muscles. So don't be ashamed just to go feet flat on the floor and just hold that position there and just focus on getting that good contraction. Come into the last 20 seconds and then we just got one more progression to do on this little warm-up sequence. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good. So let's go back to that previous exercise. So you can do it here. Make it harder by taking the knees back, or you can go onto the toes and try it there. We'll just do 1 minute this time, starting the clock. If you go, so if you're on your toes, a lot harder. Again, try and keep the shoulders and the hips square to the floor as you lift. Try and limit any shift through the torso. Remember, if you need to, just put your knees down and carry on there. So once we start to lengthen the lever, so that means bringing the knees back away from under the hips or going up onto the toes, then we start to make it harder. We start to make it more of an outer unit exercise. So we're working more of the obliques, abs, okay, more of the muscles people would tend to associate with the core. Also muscles around pelvis and the shoulder girdle, they are part of the core. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Okay, good, right, hold it there. So just have a little rest. We'll move on to that 12 exercise circuit shortly. Before we go on, just give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget that all these workouts go on the playlist. So anytime you need a workout, go to follow along playlist and take your pick from there. Yesterday I did a full body circuit, so check that one out. That was a different format to normal. So if you missed it, have a look. And also check out the rest of the week's workouts if you missed any. Tomorrow, or later today actually, we've got a kettlebell workout. And then tomorrow, I believe it's a HIIT workout again. So a good variety of workouts to keep you going anytime you need a session. Right, so we're going to start off with a walkout. So you can do it on the knees like we did in the warm-up, or you can do it on the toes, which is the version I'll show you. Let's make sure we tuck the pelvis underneath, keep the abs tight. The further you go, the harder it is, so you can spend longer in that outstretched position if you need to. We'll work for 40 seconds. I'll start the clock now. So the harder version will be on the toes, walk out. The further you go, the harder it is. And then walk back and repeat. So you can spend longer in that outstretched position. If you need to, you can put your knees down and you can do it there. But let's make sure that we keep that pelvis tucked underneath, so we're keeping a good tension in the abs. Last 10 seconds now. Last 5. Okay, good. Right, next one arm down. We'll do a side plank with a twist. So let's go one arm down. We have top foot in front of the bottom foot. And then we rotate round underneath. 40 seconds, off you go. So arm comes down underneath. We rotate and then back up. So let's get that top hip round. If you need to, you just put the bottom knee down. So you've got a little bit extra support there. Lever's not as long, so it makes it easier. We keep the top leg straight in that case. But let's get a good rotation all the way around and all the way back up. 10 seconds. Remember which arm you're doing. We're not going to do the other arm straight away afterwards. Last 5. Okay, good. So before we do the other arm, spin around on your back, reverse crunch, hands go down into the floor. Legs up, then we lift the hips up and control on the way down. Off you go, starting the clock. 40 seconds. We'll try and control that down movement. We're not just letting the hips drop. Remember, any movement we do where we lift the weight, in this case it's the body weight, we're always stronger when we lower that weight. So in this case, when we lower the hips down to the floor, we are stronger. So we should be able to control that down phase. Last 10 now. Doesn't have to be a big movement, it's just enough to get the hips up off the floor. Okay, right, hold it there. Let's spin around onto the other arm. We do the side plank, twist the other way round. 40 seconds, off you go. So get that top hip round. So we finish off with the hips square to the floor. And again, you've got that option to put the bottom knee down and you still get that good twist. All the way around. Last 10. Last 5. Okay, good. Right, hold it there. Next up, on your back side, we tuck the knees up into the chest, squeeze the abs, and lean back and repeat. Off you go. 40 seconds. So we come into here, squeeze the abs, lift the chest, lean back and repeat. Just that nice tight tuck. So squeezing the abs nice and tight. And you can get a good hold either end, so when you're coming up, hold and squeeze, and then when you lean back, hold. So this exercise, there's no rest. We're working constantly throughout the movement, constant tension. Okay, right, moving on. Next up, we go from a press up position into a single arm down dog. We touch one hand towards the opposite foot. 40 seconds, watch if you're not sure. Off you go, starting the clock. So it's there to there, and then back to that press up position. Let's come back to that straight line. So the hips are going up, and then back in that press up position, back in that straight line. Think about squeezing the abs, so as we go to touch the foot, we're getting a good squeeze. Five seconds. Okay, good. Right, moving on. Next up, we go from press up position down to forearms. We're going to do a twist as well on this one. So we twist on the second arm that goes down, change the lead hand, then we should end up twisting the other way on the next rep. Watch if you're not sure, you can do this on knees or toes. I'll start now. So it's down, down, twist on that second arm down, back up, down, down, twist the other way. So we're changing the lead hand every rep, so then we alternate which way we twist. Don't worry if you can't quite get the pattern as I've done it. As long as you twist one way then the other, you can start off slow, get that pattern in the head, and then you can build up the speed as and when you need to. So down on the knees is the option, and like we did earlier, you can straighten one leg to help get more rotation. Okay, good. Right, moving on. Next one, twisting jackknife. So we're just going to twist one way first. So I'm going to go my right shoulder to left knee. I can do the big movement, or I can do more of a crunch. So watch if you're not sure. 40 seconds, off you go. So the bigger movement all the way up, all the way down. We're just going that one way for the whole set, up and across. Or you can shorten the movement and do a twisting crunch with or without lifting the leg. So you could just have both feet down and do crunch there, but it's right shoulder to left knee, or you can go the other way around as long as you remember which way. Again, we're not going to do the other way straight afterwards. Got 10 seconds left. Okay, good, hold it there. So before we do the other side, shoulders down, and then lift up, and then it's a little side to side heel taps. Off you go, 40 seconds. So shoulders are up, and then we just do that little side bend. So by keeping shoulders up the whole time, we've got tension in the abs the whole time, and we're also adding a bit of obliques in with that side bend. Last 15 seconds. Keep going, last few reps now, 5 seconds. Okay, good, relax. Right, we've got 3 more to do. So let's do the other side on the twisting jackknife or twisting crunch. Get yourselves ready, 40 seconds, off you go. So it's up and across. Just twisting one way. You can do the bigger movement where you lift the whole torso. Or you can do that smaller version with or without the leg. But the main aim on this one is to get that twist, so we're bringing the obliques in, get that rotation. 10 seconds left. We've just got 2 more exercises to come. Last 5. Okay, good, hold it there, relax. Right, so next one we're going to be in a press up position. I'm going to bring one leg out initially and then in and across. So it's quite a big movement with that leg, and then we alternate legs. Watch if you're not sure. Let's keep the abs nice and tight again. Think about the squeeze. Think about tucking the pelvis underneath. So we go up, out, and then across, and then back, and then the other leg. Out, across, back, out, cross, back. Squeeze the abs. Try and work for the 40 seconds, but if and when you need to, you can get your rest here. Just go knees down, take a few seconds, and then when you're ready, come back in. Knee up, across. Coming to the last 10 seconds. Keep it going. Then we just got one more exercise before a little rest. Last 5. Good. Right. Last one then is a crunch. So you can alter the hand position to alter the intensity. So if we're here, it's easiest. When we go above head, it's hardest. Off you go. 40 seconds. So think about the hand, where the hands are in relation to the midpoint of the body. So the pivot point is here. With the hands closer to that point, it's easier. With the arms overhead, hands further away is harder. Longer lever, more load through the abs. Last 15 seconds, keep it going. We get a little rest after this. 10 seconds now. Last 5. And good, well done, hold it there. Right, so a little rest, grab a drink. Actually, we'll have a quick stretch. So from there, let's go arms overhead, lengthen out the abs, arch the back away from the floor, just allow the abs to lengthen and stretch. And then spin around on your knees. And then we're gonna sit back on the heels, drop chest down. So just a good one to loosen up through the lower back. So before we go on to that second circuit, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you let people know about this channel and the playlist. Let people know about the Facebook group. Remember, the Facebook group is where I will leave the links to these videos, and it's also where I will let you know of the schedules, etc. So you know what's coming up when. Later today, kettlebell workout. Tomorrow, HIIT workout. Make sure you check out the videos from the rest of the week if you missed any. Right, let's go back to that first one, which was the walkout. So you can do it on your knees, or you can do it on your toes. Remember, the further you go, the harder it is, so you dictate that range. Therefore, you dictate the intensity. 40 seconds, off you go, starting the clock. You can also shorten the movement, so you can stay in that end range, so you don't come back as far. When you start to come back, you get more of a rest, so you can just do smaller movements and just focus on that end range. And remember, the alternative is to do down on the knees, but you dictate how far you go. Let's make sure that we tuck that pelvis underneath. Let's get the tension in the abs. Last 10 seconds now. Last 5. Okay, good. Right, moving on. Next up was the twisting plank. You can do it with one knee down, or you can come up onto the toes. It's top foot in front. 40 seconds, off you go. So we twist round, get that top hip all the way round. So we finish off square to the floor. Torso is square. All the way round. Bottom knee down is the option. Use it if you need it. So good exercise, obliques and abs as well. So we're kind of getting the benefit of a plank, but obviously it's single arm, so taking that one arm off the floor, the obliques are working, plus with the twist, it's kind of a double hit for the obliques. 5 seconds. Okay, good, right, spin around on your back. So before we do the other side, we'll do the reverse crunch, hands go down, legs up, off you go, 40 seconds. Remember to control that down phase. So another way around this is to pause, spend longer, and just focus on good quality reps. You can come up and try and hold for a second or two and then down. So even if you're resting for a few seconds in between, just try and get that good quality reps. So if you're struggling to control that down phase, then I would suggest doing it that way. Have a rest, but try and come up and hold. Last 10. Last 5. Okay, good. Let's spin around onto the other arm down, twisting side plank. Off you go when you're ready. Get that top arm round, get that top hip round. Down on the knee if you need. So remember, we're trying to finish off square to the floor. Last 15 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, hold it there. Let's go on your backside. We'll tuck the knees up into the chest. Nice tight squeeze. 40 seconds, off you go. So here, hold and squeeze. Lean back, hold and squeeze. Really trying to get that tight tuck. "15 seconds. Last couple of reps, 5 seconds. Okay, relax. Right, next up, we go from the press up position onto that single arm tap. So we touch the hand towards the opposite foot. 40 seconds, off you go when you're ready. Up. And then back. Tight through the abs again. Tuck the pelvis underneath. Last 10. Okay, right, moving on. Next up, we go from the press up position, down, down, twist, up, up, change the lead hand, twist. Every other way, off you go when you're ready. So every other rep, we alternate that twist. Or every rep, we alternate twist. Down, down, twist. Down on your knees if you need to. And then as we twist, we just straighten the top leg. So you've got more movement then, you've got good rotation. Just keeping one knee down. Five seconds. Good, right, twisting, jackknife or crunch. So we just twist one way, off you go, 40 seconds. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Up and across, back and down, twist. So remember the option if you need it, is just to shorten the movement. You can do your twist and crunch with the leg. Shoulder meets the knee. Last 15. And remember, we're not going to follow this straight away with the other side. So we need to know which way we're twisting now. Remember which way you twist. 5 seconds. Okay, so before we do the other side, heel taps, lie down, then lift the shoulders side to side. Off you go. 40 seconds. We've got 4 more to do now, including this one. So 3 minutes left to work, less than 3 minutes. Keeping the shoulders up. Just that little side to side. "15 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good. 3 more to do then. So let's do the twist the other way. Jackknife or crunch. Off you go. When you're ready, 40 seconds, last 3 now. Good twist. Last 15. Ten seconds, keep it going. Just 2 more exercises to come afterwards. Last 5. Okay, good, hold it there. Right, next up then was press up position, knee out to the side, then all the way across, and then back and repeat on the other side. Off you go when you're ready. 40 seconds, last 2. So we come out, all the way across, back, and then same on the other leg. That last little bit, let's try and get that extra squeeze. So as we bring the knee towards the hand, we're getting that, just that little bit extra. Remember, if you need to, you can go down, pause, and come back up when you're ready. The other option is to do it on your forearms, okay, but then you've got less room for the across, so you'll be able to bring the knee out and then up, but probably won't get that across under the body. Okay, good, hold it there. Last one then, crunch to finish off. Remember, hand position, 40 seconds, off you go. Last one. Anything overhead is harder. Last exercise, and then we have a little stretch to finish off. Just enough on this one to lift the shoulders up. Doesn't have to be a big movement. We're just squeezing sternum closer to pelvis. 15 seconds. All the way to the end on this one. Let's get as much out of it as we can. Last 10 now. 5 seconds. And well done, hold it there. Good stuff. Let's go straight into that stretch again. Arms overhead, legs out straight. Lengthen out through the abs. Allow the back to arch away from the floor. So don't forget to check out the other workouts I've done this week. I did 2 on Monday, and then we're Thursday now, so I did 1 Tuesday, 1 yesterday, 2 today. We've got kettlebell workout later, and then a HIIT workout tomorrow. Spin around on your knees, and then we just finish off here. Sit back, drop the chest. So use the playlist if you want to do another workout before this evening's. I think we're approaching 250 now. We must be around about 230, but have a look. Let people know about the channel, get people to subscribe to the channel, let people know about the Facebook group Ricky Walden Fitness Live on Facebook. That is where you'll see the links to these videos, and you'll also see the schedules for the upcoming workouts. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good afternoon. I will see you later for kettlebells. Take care.